Thank you all for coming here today. I would remind y'all, this is week 2, going into week 3. And of course, why it's November 1st. Election day is November 18th. And there are a lot of people that are excited and eager. I've been completely surprised by the amount of people that we've met on the street and as we've traveled around that continue to be very excited about a new Louisiana. And of course, we appreciate the enthusiasm. We want people to know that, again, just like the campaign, this administration is about the people of this state. But we also want to remind everyone and set the expectations right. You know, normally a person, candidates at this point in time, the field would have been narrowed down to 2. And both of those candidates would have been able to have an opportunity to, on the side, have a staff working on a transition so that when the field is narrowed from 2 to 1, the victor then gets a car that's already been built while he was working, and then we could transition. Unfortunately, that's not what has happened, but it's very fortunate for us because it's given us an opportunity to have 35 more days that we normally wouldn't have to work with the people of the state. And so we're moving to some people we may be moving a little slow, but I can promise you it's in order to ensure that we get this right. And so I would again remind everyone out there we've got some time. And we're going to slowly start picking up speed as we get the full transition team put together. So today, we want to do 2 things. Today, we want to announce a new transition website, and then we want to announce an application portal where people who want to apply for and work in this administration can go to. So first, the website. As you know, our transition theme is one dream, one team, one Louisiana, because I believe we're one united Louisiana. That's why our transition website is called oneteam.la. So if you want to go to our website, it's oneteam.la. And then on that website, you'll find transition committee information, press releases, and a spot to share your ideas with us on the website. Because again, we want the people of Louisiana, if they have an idea about the way things should work in state government, to share those ideas with us. We want to make Louisiana the best place it can be. And this is only done from the input of everyone out there and across the state. So then 2, the application portal. You know, it's time we make Louisiana great, but that is not something I can do alone. Our team must be comprised of great people around the state and elsewhere who want to come to Louisiana, or people in Louisiana who want to join our administration. Because one of the things that we know is that we have some of the hardest working people here in this state. And what we want to assemble are servant leaders to give Louisiana a government that the people deserve. And in order to accomplish a smooth and efficient transition, we've set up this application portal on the website at oneteam.la. So no matter your party affiliation, if you love Louisiana and you're interested in working with us, then we want to hear from you. We have a lot of positions that are going to open up, and we look forward to hearing from everyone. So now we'll open it up to a few questions.
Governor, you announced your transition councils yesterday. I'm just curious, what will the focus be of the New Orleans Transition Council? What changes would you like to see take place out of that committee's work?
Well, look, I think it's important that it's not specifically what kind of changes I want to see. We want to hear from those people who are on that committee, what kind of changes or policies or area concerns or problems that the city of New Orleans has, which has kept the city of New Orleans from being a great city that it once was. We want the city of New Orleans to operate like the city of Charleston or the city of Nashville or some of the other great southern cities around the country. And we know that it can, but it's got a lot of problems, and we know that one of them is crime. But there's a lot more problems than just crime in the city of New Orleans. And so we've assembled a group of men and women, mostly who care about and live in that city, to try to come up with some areas of concern so that we can collectively tackle the problems in the city.
So, you've talked about, uniting Louisiana as a governor, pretty much throughout your whole candidacy, your whole campaign. So how do you plan to do that, given some rhetoric that you've used aimed at, things with different political views?
Look, I think that over the last 8 years as the Attorney General, I've always respected everyone's views. I might not have agreed with them, but certainly if you look at the directives we have, if you've looked at the cases that we've taken on, we've always tried to serve the best interests of the state of Louisiana. And I will tell you that I think the voters responded to that. I don't think we'd be standing here today if over the last 8 years, a majority of the state of Louisiana didn't believe in the job that we've done, which makes us believe that we can do this job in that same manner, making sure that we take care of Louisiana.
How often will the transition committees be meeting over the next few weeks, and will this be open to the press or the public in any capacity?
Yeah, look, I respect the deliberative process, right? That's an important process. If you really want transparency and honesty, you want to put people in groups so that they can talk freely, right? It would be like trying to invite the public into the editor's room when they're talking to y'all about y'all stories, right? Or putting Facebook Live in the meetings that y'all have in the press rooms. We do plan, though, that the final reports that the committees put together, which would outline major areas of concerns that those committees come up with in state government to be made public. But until then, we want those people to be able to deliberate in privacy so that we get honesty and transparency amongst those committee members.
One final question, if anyone has one.
You may-
Governor-elect,
Sure.
do you plan to maintain the Medicaid expansion that was implemented by the last administration?
Yeah, look, here's what we said on the campaign trail. Look, that horse is out the barn, if you would mind me saying. There's no state that has gone through Medicaid expansion and then been able to roll it back. What we want to focus on is graduating people off of Medicaid so that they're in the private sector. Because you know what that means? That means they're making more money, that means they're working, and that means their families are a whole lot better off. So we're going to be focused on trying to move people and graduate people off of Medicaid while also improving the services inside of Medicaid so that the outcomes that the state is paying for and those people are expecting are better. All right. Well, look, again, we'll have some great announcements as the weeks, as we bow towards Thanksgiving, and hope to see y'all again next week. Thank y'all.